Hi guys, so I am here today with Sam Paige, who is a social media influencer, the queen of confidence, and what else? A famous TikToker, which I just recently learned. Yes, because I have no idea how to do TikTok. You might need to help me.
I would love to.
But for anybody out there who has been living under a rock and is unaware of who exactly Sam Paige is, tell us about yourself, how you got started, where you're from, all that good stuff.
All right. Well, thank you for that lovely introduction. I'm Sam Paige, and I live in South Florida right now. I started TikTok like most people during the pandemic.
Okay.
And blew up for dancing in a bikini. I didn't really think that anyone would really care about a big girl dancing in a bikini, but as we just both learned, I danced for 15 years.
Yes.
And so I hadn't danced in a while. It'd been like 5 or 6 years after college and, doing my regular job. And then, I danced, and a month later I had a video hit 1 million views.
Oh my God.
And then in 6 months had 1 million followers.
Wow.
Which was pretty crazy. And so then from there I knew that it was
A thing.
So
you kind of just fell into it by accident, correct?
Yeah. I had kind of been on like Instagram. I think I had maybe 10,000 followers.
Okay.
When I had started TikTok.
Got it.
And so I knew that like the social media world was like cool.
Yeah.
But I didn't know it
how to actually get into it.
Yeah.
And then you kind of just were hot and everybody wanted to see the videos. And they're like, shit.
Yeah, for sure.
That's amazing. So what were you planning on doing before this happened? Like, what was your vision for your life, your goal?
So I went to college at Johnson & Wales University in Rhode Island.
Oh, cool.
For hospitality, travel, and tourism.
Awesome.
And I wanted to work on a cruise ship. But I did that for a little bit, and I absolutely hated it.
Did you?
So after college, I like kind of got into sales and was doing pharmaceutical sales.
Oh, cool.
And was really happy and content with like where that was going to take me in life.
Got it.
I was like, okay, I can make like $500,000 in like, a 7 to 8 year plan.
Yeah.
And I was pretty happy with that. And then the pandemic hit, and I got laid off. Like, obviously no one was going to hospitals or doctor's offices.
Yeah.
And then, that's where TikTok brought me.
So when did you realize that you could actually start making money off of social media?
I wish I knew from the jump that like, because one of my friends is like at a point where I was when I started. Like I gained followers pretty rapidly. And I think Shein was the first people to reach out and was like, pick out 3 bathing suits. Yeah. And I was like, okay. The free clothes at the beginning is like the best.
Of course.
You're like,
that's where you have to start.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like,
you save money, you network, they repost you, you get more followers, and then eventually a year down the road, you're like, actually, I'm not going to do any more collabs. This is my rate, so send me your clothes. But you had to start originally from that place.
Exactly. So I think I had like 300,000 followers or something, and that video that hit 1 million views was in a Shein. I like kind of got that I needed to tag them to like get their attention, and I just so happened to be that I tagged them in that video, and that's the one that went like little viral. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So it was great, and then I gained, so in my first year on TikTok, I gained 2 million followers.
Wow.
So I think I had started looking for, it was really hard to like, I mean, you probably experienced this too. Contracts and stuff is not what I went to school for. So negotiation and things like that is not really my cup of tea.
Yeah.
So I like made a fake manager for a while. Her name was...
I did that too.
Yeah.
You finish your story.
Her name was Julia Cohen.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she answered my emails for a hot minute because people did take me more seriously.
Of course, yeah.
If it wasn't my name attached to the email. But
that's so funny.
And then I started fishing around for management that would like take me seriously, and I almost signed with the management that had like everything I didn't want.
Why?
I really didn't like a 2-year contract situation. Yeah. They were gonna take 33%, and they didn't like that I had OnlyFans.
What?
Right. They were like, I don't really know. And then literally a week later, my manager here, Gianni, we're at Wave. We're both signed here now. He reached out, and I was like, wow, like, thank God I waited that extra week.
Timing, right? Everything.
It was crazy.
Oh my God.
So I had about 2 million followers when.
So is TikTok your main thing, and then you kind of carried that audience over to Instagram, would you say? Okay.
For sure. I have like 220,000 on Instagram, but I'm verified on Instagram.
I saw that.
So yeah. I don't know.
That's pretty hard to get verified now.
I got verified so quickly too.
Well, I mean, you're legit, so.
Thanks.
But that's amazing.
Yeah. I had a few things that had just lined up, and
it was like the perfect.
Yeah, it was like the perfect trio on to get verified on Instagram.
So what? this might be like a personal question, but what would you charge if a brand reached out to you and they're like, we love you, like we love your page, what would you charge for a TikTok video wearing a bikini, like doing another dance that's going to possibly go viral?
I was just recently told that I think my rates are too low, but I think on average we do $5,000 to $6,000.
Okay.
I've had only a few people actually accept that rate.
Why?
I honestly think that a lot of these companies are fat phobic, that they definitely pay skinnier influencers. Like, it's kind of like the whole, like, oh, they'll have to accept it because that's all they're getting.
Got it.
But I also don't want to, like, give the benefit of the doubt to, like, some of these companies where they're like, well, we're not going to pay you, but you want our stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like a fine line.
For sure. It's like stand your ground, but like you
but
still want to make money.
Yeah,
I know.
Exactly. I'm not going to turn away everything.
Yeah.
So if I do see a value in like what they're giving, for example, like I worked with Savage X Fenty.
Oh my God, that's
which
amazing.
was awesome. Exactly. It's like a dream company to work with. They obviously have amazing opportunities that come along with working with them. And they did a 2-month deal, and I think we took a little bit under like my normal rate, but it was because they were how much lingerie they were giving,
for sure,
and the name that was attached with it.
Oh my God, yeah. Like in that case, it's worth it completely.
Exactly. So it wasn't like my full rate, but and then I went and did this awesome photo shoot, and like it was.
Did you get to meet Rihanna?
No.
Oh my God. That's amazing. What if they asked you to walk in the fashion show? Would you?
I was hoping that was the plan with these bomb photo shoots.
You've done a fashion show, right? At Miami Swim Week? Was that Sports Illustrated?
I did Boohoo.
Oh, Boohoo. Got it.
Boohoo last year at Miami Swim Week. And then I just walked in New York Fashion Week this past week.
I heard.
Yeah,
so which one would you say you like more? Do you like more Miami style or more New York Fashion Week?
I think that like the whole like Boohoo was like my first. I didn't even know I wanted to walk. And model in that aspect, and it was really exciting to do that with them. So Miami like swim and like to represent a curvy girl on a runway is amazing. I would really like to like keep going and do.
Of course.
I just set a goal for me for like next year is to at least be invited to a high end show.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So that's the goal.
What is your dream campaign to land? Like if you were like, okay, this is like you're doing your vision board.
Yeah.
Say like for the next year or the next 5 years, and somebody's like, what brand would it be? Like Good American? Would it be, you know what I mean? For you to be like on a billboard or something like that.
Oh my gosh. Well, I actually just started working with Good American. They invited me to an event in Miami. So like that's really awesome. I just shot a campaign for Lucky that literally is stunning. Not to toot my own horn, but it's probably the best.
Is this the one that you guys showed me that's supposed to look like the Calvin Klein?
Yeah. So dope. So that was really awesome. But like my dream campaign is probably, I think, a Louis Vuitton.
Yeah.
I think that they offer plus size clothing, but they don't represent it
in the campaigns.
Often. Yeah, in campaigns specifically. It's not shot very often. I think that a lot of these companies are having like curvier girls walk. Like Precious walks, every.
I know, I saw that.
Yeah, she's stunning. She
of course
rules the runway.
Yeah,
but it's not very often that you see like her being photographed in like campaigns.
Yeah,
I mean she does, but like I feel like she's like the only one.
Is Ashley Graham still doing? Well, she just had 2 babies back to back, so she probably was kind of out of commission for like a little bit with the modeling stuff. But
she's great.
Yeah.
We're friends. One day I went on TikTok. We're not really friends, but like I'm going to say we are. One day she had joined TikTok and I was just watching her stuff like the week that she joined TikTok and it said follow back. Like she was already following me.
What?
And I was like, what?
That's huge. Oh my God.
Ashley Graham, she'll answer my DMs.
Stop.
I'm like, bro, we're friends. We are friends. Can't tell me any. There's some really cool people that I never thought in a million years would know who I am. Like Megan Trainor follows me on TikTok. I'm blanking on.
That's amazing.
Like, but it's like, body positive icons that like.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Iskra. She's
yes, I know who you're talking about. Iskra Lawrence?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love her.
She sent me her new body wash stuff. She's a queen.
She's killing it.
She's amazing.
She's always been. She's like an OG body positivity role model.
Aerie, when she first shot for Aerie, that was so iconic. And like, I definitely would say American Eagle and Aerie are on the top of the list. I mean, hopefully with this Lucky campaign that they see.
For sure.
And they're like stopping their clothing, their plus size clothing in store.
Why?
Which is super heartbreaking.
Like the production of it is just coming to a halt?
I guess they're like not.
We got pizza.
Oh, yo, pizza.
Speaking of body positivity, there's 2 that are gluten free and vegan, and 2 that are normal because I don't eat gluten anymore because I break out in hives.
You break out in hives?
Sometimes.
Damn.
From if I eat too much gluten all at once. We'll eat it when we're done. Okay. So when you're on set shooting, have you always kind of, because obviously you started with the TikTok stuff, and then take me to like your first professional shoot. Was it like a total kind of change, or were you just like, I'm meant for this no matter what, I'm going to just be confident across the board? Or
I don't know if like any of my shoots have been super professional yet, in the aspect that I definitely shoot for like smaller brands where it's more intimate. One of the first brands that ever shot me was a small local business in Florida called Tier Activewear, and I've actually still shot for them, and they just had my best friend shoot with them too, which was really fun. I think that, and like shooting with them was really eye-opening, where like, you know, you shoot your Instagram stuff and like you could take hours to like find the right photo if you needed, but like on like, you know, you're with another person behind the camera, they kind of just like showed me the ropes on what they wanted. And I think everyone's a little bit different on like what they're looking for. So they're an activewear company, so it was like have fun,
different
and
poses
like,
and like expressions and stuff.
Exactly. And like more like fun. I would say like, yeah.
What about when you walked for Boohoo? Was that nerve-wracking? Because I've never walked, and I feel like I would be terrified of doing that.
Yeah, it was intimidating. But growing up as a dancer, like you have to memorize like a 3-minute routine times 15, and then you're out there for 3 minutes, and you like don't want to mess up, and like there's way more work that goes into dancing. And then for this one, it's just like left, right, left, right. When you walk for Boohoo, or even one of the other walks that I did, I walk as an influencer a lot of the time, so it's less serious.
Yes.
It's less like, oh, like maybe the walk is serious, but it's like there's less pressure.
If you were like a model,
like being like, you know,
like Golden
scouted
Barbie or
shit.
somebody,
Exactly.
where you're like, you need to be like on point with every movement and stuff.
And not that I wouldn't love to be a model
Of
like
course.
that, but like they're right now, they're chasing, you know, the followers as much as I'm chasing the opportunity.
Exactly.
So it's not like, oh my God, you need to, you know, do this, that, and the other thing, or you're not gonna walk. It's like, I asked the designer before I walked out on this shoot if I could like shake my ass, and she was like, absolutely.
Yes,
I made you
please.
this outfit so you could shake your ass. So yeah, it was great. And so
God.
I think the nerves, it's definitely a little bit nerve wracking, but like left, right, smile.
And you just get out there and do what you have to do.
You black out.
Yeah, you're like, what did I
like,
just, something else took over my body, and I just looked fucking amazing. Yeah.
For sure.
And I don't even remember what I just did, but
absolutely.
it worked.
I'm like, it's over?
Yeah.
I was here for hours, and I was out on stage for 30. The one thing that's really hard is that you feel like you're taking up time. This is like a weird thing. Like you're only out there for 30 seconds, but like when you hit the bottom of the, like where all the cameras are, and you're like supposed to be posing, and like it like, you want to be there for way longer than you think internally. And so I still want to work on that. Like I don't want to rush it.
That's so weird.
Because like you're there and you're like, oh my God, like there's someone else waiting for me. Like
you know,
time
kind of feels like it's like in slow motion.
Yeah,
oh
slow, and you're like, don't remember anything.
That's insane.
So I want to take my time.
So what is your, it's all good. What does your family think of all of this? Are they supportive? Are they kind of, you know, on the fence?
I am actually very fortunate with where I am with my family. Social media like is amazing. It changed lives. I started on I was blowing up on TikTok, but I had started an OnlyFans before I had started TikTok.
Okay.
And the pandemic hit, and I was collecting unemployment like most of America. And they were like, hey, it's like August, are you gonna go get a job? And I was like, oh, I don't know yet. Like, I don't know. And then I had a video, my WAP video hit 53 million views.
Oh my God. 53 million?
53 million.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy
and
shit.
I made like $20,000+
What? On OnlyFans?
In a month.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. And like for me, that's like life-changing money. Like
wow.
I was like, hey, no, I'm actually not gonna go get a job. I'm gonna see where this leads.
Right?
I think I gained like 300,000 or 400,000 followers.
Just from that one video?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So it was like crazy. And then like obviously like OnlyFans is dope, but these, you know, working with brands, dream brands, it did go hand in hand. It would have sucked that I couldn't like capitalize on that video unless I had OnlyFans. Like,
true.
You know, so it was definitely a great advantage that I had it there because that video just would have went viral. I would have gained a bunch of followers and then would have had to like wait to get the brand deals and so on
to make money.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's kind of just like a well-oiled machine. Like you make the money on OnlyFans, you put it back into like your real career. You have to like do the stuff, you know.
And I think that people are like, they see OnlyFans girls as X, Y, and Z, but it's like
whatever. Everyone has one now. There's people that are
sure.
personal trainers that literally use OnlyFans to train. I'm like, it's kind of just what you post on it. And I don't even care if people post, you know, sex videos, but I feel like it's just so, we're past the point of judging people on it.
I told my mom, like, I'm like, hey mom, I can make $50 for this 2-minute video, like from one person. And she was like, oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
So like
Isn't
now
that
like
crazy?
now I get to like take them out for dinner and like
right.
I support my brother for the most part.
Yeah.
He lives with me and like so they're fully supportive. They don't need to know every life detail, but
where was that sheer see-through wet t-shirt that you had on from?
Yeah.
That you made $10,000 on.
Yeah, but sometimes my mom will take photos. During the pandemic, we actually, that's funny that you said that. We took like I was wearing like a button down and like did a car wash video, and my mom like took all these photos, and they're
that's hilarious.
phenomenal. I have a pink Jeep. So it was really cute. It was
my God.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So I've had so many questions since my first episode aired about this gorgeous custom-made neon sign behind me. And I just had the shout out, streetlight.com. That's streetlighte.com. They are the best. They made my sign completely custom. We went back and forth on the design, the size, everything until we had everything perfect, and then it went to production. So you guys can get 10% off at checkout if you use my code on air, and make sure you tell them that I sent you. Make sure to tag me in any of your photos and videos with your new custom sign from streetlight.com. Love you guys. What's your favorite part about being an influencer? Like the freedom to make your own schedule, traveling, kind of just not having to, you know, do a 9-to-5. What do you love the most?
You just said all the perks, really.
Right.
Like, really, all of those things are so great. I do really love, like, when people come up to me and say, like, you've inspired me, or, like, you know, regardless of the OnlyFans stuff, like, the impact that it feels like I'm making on people is really exciting.
For sure.
And I really love that. Like, do
you get recognized all the time now?
Not like it's funny when I'm around other people that have more followers and see how often they get recognized. Like we just went to Playlists, and I hate to say this, but like no one gave a shit about me walking around, which was completely fine. I was like, humbling experience, like whatever. It didn't really matter. But yeah, I get recognized probably like 3 to 4 or 5 times a week, depending on what I'm doing.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and that's plenty, honestly. It like gives me a little bit like, oh, somebody knows who I am.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, I'm not.
You're not like sketched out, like
Right.
looking over your shoulder all the time.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a good balance right now, and it's definitely exciting. And I love when they like have something specific to tell me.
Aww.
It's really cute when like they know my name.
Yeah.
Not just like that girl from TikTok.
Yeah.
When they're like, Sam, I blah blah blah, and I'm like, that's
I
so
love
nice.
that.
Yeah.
Have you always been this confident? Because I'm just looking at you and I'm like staring at you. I'm like, you're just like radiating this like just pure, you just know who you are. Have you always been like that? Or
I
was
think
it?
that I grew up a lot in high school. I think that no one will tell you that you're fat or ugly more than in high school.
Yeah.
And it just is what it is. Like I've always had a really big personality.
Mm-hmm.
So whether that's like my confidence or not, like it was like, I was always really loud.
Yeah.
And instead of people telling me to like be quiet, they would just be like, you're fat. And like I would obviously stop talking and like
What?
Yeah, it was like a whole thing in high school. But once I think also fashion evolved too.
Mm-hmm.
I want to wear things that make me feel confident. And when I was in high school and middle school, there wasn't fashionable things for an XL or an XXL. And so fashion has evolved, which has let me like evolve in my confidence as well. Like I posted my first bikini photo back in, I think, 2015. And that's because there wasn't bikinis for plus size girls before that.
And now every single line has like a plus size range and stuff.
Actually, we're talking to Forever 21, hopefully for a campaign soon. But they were the first
that's huge.
people to come out with an affordable bikini and have it a size range.
Oh my God.
So I'm really passionate about that, and I think that's really exciting to work with them.
Where are all these kids that called you those names in high school? Are they just have like a receding hairline, teaching
Absolutely.
like coaching a little league softball.
There's this one kid, not to call him out, but Casey had an ugly ass nose, and I'd call him Toucan Sam to my friends.
Oh my god!
But he was such a dick, so like whatever. But my 10-year reunion of high school is coming up this year, and someone was like, "Oh, like who you should bring someone like, oh my god, like really like elite." To this 10-year
like just
reunion.
stunt on all of them. Be like,
I mean, I'm already gonna stunt by myself.
Yeah, of
but like,
course.
how can I just cherry on top?
Extra little.
Bring someone that's like super.
Are you thinking of anyone in particular?
I don't have like I haven't asked. I mean, we have a few months now.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like when it's gonna happen, but
Got it.
for sure.
Are you dating anybody?
No, I'm a.
Are you like single, like kind of playing the field, or are you?
Yeah, I
on dating
I don't really
apps?
yes, I'm on dating apps,
Oh,
but they're
shit.
kind of dry near me.
Really?
Yeah, I my standards have grown.
That's good though.
So much during this whole thing where it's I was in a relationship with a man for 3 years.
Okay.
And we broke up, and the next month I went viral on TikTok. And he was saying like TikTok's stupid, like you're wasting your time, like this and that, and he never got to see any of it. So it's
Is he
really
trying to get back
laughable.
with you now?
Absolutely not. He knows that like I was better than him then. And
yeah.
now it's like sorry, bro.
phone, who did?
Yeah. I actually just texted him the other day
my God,
because I met Sasha Banks. If you don't know who that is, she's a WWE
Oh, yeah,
superstar.
okay.
She walked in one of the shows, and I didn't know her by face, but I like was talking to her, and they had asked me for a photo. Her and Trinity, I think that's her name.
Okay.
They're like tag team
Partners in
Yes,
the...
exactly.
Got it.
And they asked me for a photo, and I was like, "Shut up!" And then she posted me on her story,
Oh
and
my
then she followed me
God.
back, and I was like,
That's amazing.
And I
So
only
you
knew
texted him because he likes wrestling,
Yeah.
I'm guessing? Okay.
Exactly. And I was like, "Hey yo," and he was like, "Cool." And I was like, "I know you're jealous."
Oh
so
my
it's fine.
God. Do you think he's like intimidated by the fact that you probably make in 1 month what he makes in maybe
year?
like a year? Or
Probably at this point. I mean, it was funny. This is a very long story, but my best friend is actually dating his twin brother.
oh shit.
The week that we broke up, they started dating.
That's kind of
And
awkward, no?
It was a lot. But I was either gonna lose my two best friends
Yeah.
at once, or I needed to come to terms with the fact that they were gonna get together.
Oh my God.
And so they've been together for 2 years. And
So
I've
do you
been
guys ever hang out
single.
in a group and you see him a lot?
We used to. It would have been perfect if he
Yeah.
didn't go and fuck up everything, because I would have been like sisters with my best friend. Like,
Yeah.
it would have been great. But there was only one time. It was like a few months after everything. I like went into their house to go to the bathroom. I was dropping her off at their house, and their mom was there. And obviously, I knew
know her, yeah.
exactly. So she asked me all these questions. I like had my first Louis that I
Oh
bought by
my
myself.
God.
And she was like, "Oh, like if your back's tired from holding that purse, like I'll carry it." And I was like,
Stop.
I mean, it's so funny. But yeah, so I got to like brag on my whole life.
I love
And it was
that.
really funny and petty, but
No, it's not petty at all. I mean, it is what it is. Like your life is taking off and you're only kind of just beginning, right?
yeah. That's why I hope that now it's been like 2.5 years of this, and like,
That's so new though.
thanks.
And you started during the pandemic. So that's like almost like a time vortex, I feel like.
I'm trying to convince myself of that. Like sometimes when I think that like it's going slow, because you see those people that pop off really quickly, and then you're always like, well, what do I not have that they have?
Yeah.
You know, or like whatever. So we could all compare ourselves to
course.
everyone, and then it's like a whole,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, you
whatever.
seem like you already have the formula down packed. So do you want to stay living in Florida or do you want to move to LA eventually, or what's your...
I think that LA, if I just want to be an influencer,
Yeah.
I can do that anywhere.
True.
I do like Florida a lot. My family lives there now.
Yeah.
And I love Florida. If I wanted to like model more seriously, maybe New York, but I learned I'm not a city girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, it smells there.
It's just so small and everybody's on top of each other.
All the time.
Yeah. So do you have any crazy stories from visiting LA, or obviously you're in New York a lot, of just like celebrity run-ins or seeing people that you're like, oh my God, like this is, you know what I mean? Crazy.
For sure. One of the really funny ones, when I was out here in LA the first time, a singer flew me out here, which was really funny.
What?
And then we went to a studio.
A singer?
A singer.
So not a rapper.
No.
A singer, a male singer.
A male singer.
Okay.
Flew me out here, and
I'm like, who's like a male singer? Like Ed Sheeran? Like I don't hear people say a singer.
We'll leave
Wait,
it
was I
real
right?
broad.
Was it?
No.
Oh. You're into the gingers. Okay.
No, I think he's married and has 2 kids now, so definitely not him.
Okay, singer.
But yeah, a singer flew me out here, and we were like in the studio, like went to the studio. It was like in the pandemic, and this guy walks in, and I'm like sitting on my phone, like not really giving a fuck, like whatever, you know. You're in the studio for hours. I don't know if you've been, but it sucks.
Yeah.
If you're not there for yourself.
Yeah.
And this guy walks in, and I was like, oh, and then I had my phone like on my lap, like upright. I like had a pillow on my lap, so I was like sitting like this. And he was like, "You good, baby girl?" And I was like, "Yeah, what's up?" And he was like, and then the guy I was with
They
was
tried
like,
to
"Put
take your
down
phone away? What?
And I was like, "What?" And he was like, he thought I was taking a photo of him. And I like sneakily texted the guy I was with, and I was like, "Who is that?" And he's like, "It's Nelly."
You didn't know.
I didn't know who Nelly was because he was wearing a shirt and basketball shorts, and he was filming Dancing with the Stars like 1 block away. And so he like slid into this studio session. And he called me out for being on my phone, and it didn't really matter after that. But I was also the only girl in the whole studio, and it was like my first studio, like anything. And and then he gave me shots of 1942 to like help like apologize for calling me out on my phone.
Oh my God.
And then I made that like joke. You would get it. It was like the meme was just going viral, like that I'm gonna get wasted.
Oh yeah, with Kylie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just took a shot at 1942.
Yeah, what the fuck you on? No one understood it in the room, and I was like,
You're like, tough crowd, okay.
Yikes. But yeah, so that's like that's like one of the first ones. Now I've met quite a few people.
Yeah.
He had a rapper get me like on 2 nights at a hotel in Miami.
What? Do they just hit you up on Instagram, or how do they just slide in the DMs?
Slide in the DMs. Yeah.
Damn.
I was actually promoting a music festival that he was performing at.
Okay.
I do a lot of music festival
like Rolling Loud and stuff. Okay, got it.
Rolling Loud I went with Live Nation, which was really dope. But anyways, so this dude like was just on my story, me promoting the lineup.
Okay.
And then like slid into my DMs, and then like got me a car for my house. And I live like an hour plus north from Miami.
Okay.
So like got me a hotel there for 2 days. Like I checked in, and they were like, "Oh, you're here for 2 nights," and I was like, "Oh, I am."
Oh my God.
I didn't know like anything. It was
That's
really
amazing.
funny. Yeah, we had a great time.
So did you just hang out with him like after the show, but he set you up with all the tickets?
Like 2 weeks before the show.
Oh my
this person lives
God.
there in Miami, like has a house.
Okay.
So
Was it Pitbull? No, I'm like, who lives in Miami that's a rapper? Flow Rider? No, I'm kidding.
Pitbull would be hilarious.
I know. I'm trying to think of who's in Miami that lives there.
Yeah, but
that's so funny.
it was funny. Yeah, I only hung out with him one of the 2 nights.
Oh my God.
My friend came down and like hung out at the pool with me.
So
and we like got all our food on his card and shit. And then
that's so much fun.
it was great. I need that more often.
Right?
It's now the levels of dudes that I've hung out with, like that person's like the top.
They
like,
just keep
we're
getting
gonna
like
compare.
higher and higher. And these experiences, it's like being around people that have clout, power, money.
Yeah.
You just see different things.
And it's not even like it's for like necessarily the clout too, because it's like most of the time you can't post it.
Yeah, of course.
Exactly. So it's like only for my own personal like,
experiences,
funniness and stories to people that I like to meet or whatever. But yeah, I think it's a whole funny world.
Yeah, and you're single.
Yeah.
So why not?
And now I can tell you stories about random dudes that are funny to me. But
do guys that you date now, are they kind of intimidated? Besides, like obviously the ones that are famous.
Yeah.
Like if you met a normal guy out and then he, saw that you post sexy videos and photos, would he be like? Are most guys intimidated, or they kind of already know beforehand?
I think that like a lot of people don't expect me to be an influencer.
Okay.
They see a big girl and like obviously I think I'm pretty or whatever. They think I'm pretty. And they don't expect me to have an Instagram following. Like they think that they're just asking out like a random girl.
Oh wow.
Which is like true. Like whatever, I am just a random girl. But then they're like, oh, you have, millions of followers on TikTok,
Insta
whatever.
Famous, social media famous. Yeah.
And then I think that's
Real
what like
life
shakes them. That shakes them that like I could be like such like a normal person out and about. And then it like I think that like the conversation changes immediately.
Yeah.
And I as a big girl, I think a lot of us also like are a little bit of us is like not so confident with our clothes completely off.
Okay.
When you're like getting intimate with someone, which I think is true for a lot of girls. Like
Yeah,
it's
sure.
exactly. It's like a whole like different ball game. So I think that like I like to have the conversations before.
Okay.
I have like a standard now where I don't want to hook up with someone just once.
Okay.
Unless you have over 1 million followers on Instagram.
No, are you serious?
Yep.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
So there's like 4 people that have like passed the rule.
That is hilarious.
But like, I don't know. I'd rather it be like more than one and done.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And I don't care if like other girls want to hook up with random dudes. I just never was that girl.
Yeah.
I've never like randomly made out with a dude at a bar. Like,
No,
it just,
same.
I don't, and like some girls love it and they have the confidence to do that. And sometimes I'm like a little jealous because like it would be fun to have that fun and be like so carefree. But like I just never have done it. I've never made out with a random dude.
You want like a kind of like a short-term commitment. Like let's lock in like a guaranteed like 4 sessions maybe.
Exactly. And like I also like in this like being very single and like whatever and like OnlyFans content too. It's like that person, it's easier to hook up with dudes that aren't famous for OnlyFans.
Oh, true.
And because the people who are famous don't want
to be on camera
exactly,
or something.
which makes sense. Like whatever. And then the normal dudes, it's like
unless you're Tyga. Doesn't Tyga always do like OnlyFans videos?
He makes more money than everyone on OnlyFans. Maybe I should help Tyga. Shit.
And speaking of Tyga and OnlyFans, do you guys actually believe that Black China makes $20 million a month? Did you guys see this article? Because I'm like, what? No.
She makes a bag though.
Yeah, she does for sure.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
Okay, so we're going to go into, speaking of the sex talk, we're going to go into a rapid fire sex talk, okay? Sweet. So these are just like really, really quick. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Have you ever had to sign an NDA for a hookup?
I have not.
Okay. In 3 words, describe your
sex. I should have though. There's one that's really specific that he's stupid and I should have.
Oh my God. Can you
No, it's too
Is he how many followers does he have? 1 million? More
than 1 million.
10 million?
About.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's in a relationship that I'm not about here to spill the tea.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Respect it. Okay. In 3 words, describe your sex life.
Fun. Ass.
Ass.
I'm the most ass. Flirty.
Flirty? Okay. What's the craziest place that you've ever had sex?
At that hotel with that dude because of who it was with.
Okay. So
actually, this is funny. Real sidebar. I had sex in between 2 boats, like on a dock.
Okay.
And immediately after, a security guard walked by. It was like we were like filming like a little thing.
Got it.
And and I thought we had to put on flash. It was like at night, and I thought I was gonna get. This is a better story than the other one, but yeah.
Got it.
I thought the security guard was gonna kick us off and like arrest us for
Jesus. But he didn't though?
He didn't. We finished and moved on swiftly without.
Oh my God.
Happening.
Could you imagine if you got arrested for like
that would be mortifying. My family would actually disown me at that point. They'd be like, "You're dumb."
Oh my God.
Yeah. Dudes love that.
Yeah. What is like your fetish? Is it like being like in public having sex places?
No.
Okay.
No. That was like a one time.
Just like a one-off, just fun, having fun.
Yeah, just a random.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have any
fetishes.
I don't think so.
Okay, say a doctor was like, you have literally 48 hours to live. You could have sex with one person in the world. Who would it be?
Shit. Drake.
Drake?
Yeah.
Okay. Is he like your type? What's your exact type?
Oh, he's not like the exact type.
Yeah.
I like a big
same
black dude.
Yeah.
Sounds so bad. But yeah, people are always like, "Oh, do you like I've had like my last boyfriend was white and shorter than me."
Okay.
And I think that was just the chemistry was there.
Got it.
But not necessarily my type. So definitely like a big taller
like alpha male, just like that's like a
football
man.
player.
Got it. So are you super into guys that work out a lot, like have like 8-packs or?
I think that like that is a part of me growing up as a fat girl. It definitely like now is like you need to hook up with dudes that are really hot, just like prove a point.
Got it.
Yeah. So it's a little psychological, but
okay.
Yeah, I would say like I don't discriminate, but like if you got us, I can't be like fat phobic because like I would definitely fuck a dude with a dad bod, but like if you have a six pack, that's nice.
That's like a plus.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So what's like the future of you? What is what's coming? What's next? What do you see? Are you building like an empire? Like what projects do you want to come out with?
We're actually starting my own podcast hopefully soon.
Amazing.
It's with my best friend and it's a confidence podcast. She has alopecia. So it's called Big, Bald, and Beautiful.
I love that.
Thank you.
That would be so good,
It'll be
actually.
like a lot more life stuff about us.
Wow.
That the internet doesn't already know.
Does she have a large following as well, or just?
She has like 250,000 on Instagram
good.
and about 20K on IG.
Okay.
And then hopefully a bathing suit line collab would be really dope.
For sure.
I am talking with one company right now, so everything's very early stages right now. We just did a bunch of big things. I did Playlist, New York Fashion Week.
Yeah.
And yeah, so
You're just killing it already. So
trying to keep growing. I'm real close to 3 mil on TikTok.
Oh my God.
I'm like a few
I need
thousand away.
advice for TikTok. I have one video on there.
Oh.
That's it. My thing is like Instagram.
Yeah.
You know, but
You're
I'm
like almost 10 mil, right?
Yeah, but that's just always been my main thing, you know,
Yeah.
because when I started, TikTok wasn't really a thing.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, oh my God, like, what do I even do? So I have literally one video on there and maybe
got
like
you.
10,000. I know, you help me out.
Yeah, I will.
I need to go viral on TikTok. Do you want to tell everybody where to follow you on all your socials?
Yeah. You can find me on TikTok at Sam Paige with 4 E's and on Instagram it comes up with like Sam P, which is on Instagram it's Sam Paige Pics, PIX.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for stopping by.
you for
You are
having me.
literally amazing, and I'm so excited to see just you get even more famous. Okay, guys, so that wraps up another episode of On Air with Abigail Ratchford. Thanks again to the beautiful Sam Paige for being my guest today. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, it's Abigail Ratchford. Make sure it's one with a blue check so you don't get catfished. And we'll see you guys soon.